you know what? The Sixers have started the offseason on a pretty strong foot. You might be like, what are you talking about? We've made no trades. Free agency hasn't started. That's why I said started on a strong foot. There's still more to come. Trades that could or could not be made. Free agency signings. But what you could have done in this draft, in my opinion, you maximised the opportunity that was there. We'll never know what Daryl Morey was truly offered for pick 16 or 41. However, what I can say is that the picks they made, in my opinion, were the best players available. And I spoke about Jared McCain yesterday, so I'm not going to talk too much about him right now. But selecting Adem Bona at 41 was a very, very good selection. Now, when I'm talking about his skill set, take it with a grain of salt, because we all know that, especially in Philadelphia, second-round picks or just late draft picks in general don't play much in the first couple of years. Skill set-wise, though, I believe Adem Bona is a guy who can contribute right away at the backup centre. Freak athlete. The guy is genuinely a force. A big that can actually put his head down, drive to the rim, take 2 dribbles and yam it. Freak of nature, shot blocker, has a lot of upside. I'm telling you right now, he could really be the best backup centre we've had. Granted, it might take him a few years to really get to that point. The Sixers might still be looking at signing a guy like Andre Drummond. But if I had to look at a guy like Adem Bona and respectfully Paul Reed, I already know which one I want. And this could be an indication that whoever the Sixers may acquire in the offseason will likely include Paul Reed in that package, because I don't see the logic behind having Bona, Paul Reed, and potentially signing another centre. But regardless, that's not the point. You've put yourself in a position where if you don't land an Andre Drummond, you've got a guy in the draft who can genuinely be impactful right now. If you look at his skill set, there are things that are translatable that can go right away. The IQ, the shot blocking ability, and the overall freak athleticism. Good touch with the basketball in his hands, and he could really ascend to be a very, very high-level role player. I'm not telling you this guy's going to be a star, but for what we need someone who's going to be a star in their role. And in the 12, 13, 14 minutes he could be on the floor, for him to be a net plus. Be able to hold down the interior, grab rebounds, be an effective screen setter, a good cutter, good roller, vertical lob threat. These are all things which, at the collegiate level, he checked off and I believe could translate to the NBA level. So for that reason, it was a very good selection. So therefore, I believe Daryl Morey's making the right steps. You know, granted, these guys may not even be on the roster in a couple of weeks or months' time, depending on what happens in the trade market, etc., etc. But as of now, I believe there were 2 very good selections in McCain and Adem. Having more time to digest the way the Sixers operated during the draft, I think it's good, because you left yourself in a position where you have a lot of leverage, in the sense that the way Daryl Morey talks about Jared McCain was that we had offers for the 16th pick, but when we saw Jared McCain was available, we just shut the phone down and knew this was our guy. That gives you leverage. If you're negotiating a deal, you now have the leg to stand on, where it's like, look, if I'm paying Jared McCain in this deal, it means a lot because we really want this guy. Daryl said he sees him being a Sixer for a long time. So that's the psychological games you play with other GMs in order to build leverage within trade negotiations. On top of that, McCain's a very, very good shooter. That's a commodity in this league which is needed more than anything else. So I'm not saying you're going to deal these guys, because they may actually be on the roster for longer, but you made the right choices and said the right things in regards to the reasons why you took them and the skill set they could provide for this team. Obviously, looking at both of them, it really depends on what Nick Nurse can do with both. I feel like Adem Bona is definitely a guy that Nick Nurse will look at and be like, let me get my hands on this guy, pause, and mold him into the type of guy I think he can be. That's the type of player Nick Nurse would definitely love to experiment with and get him in different schemes to see what he can be utilised to do. So for that reason, I feel like Daryl's done pretty well with the picks you had, with the lack of talent in this draft, with all due respect. You did a very good job at drafting the correct talent. If you can hear food in the background, I am cooking, so I do apologise. You know, a man gotta eat. But yeah, I feel like with all the hate that's going around to get at Daryl Morey's head, saying, why haven't you acquired this guy? Why didn't you draft Bronny? And I'm sorry, when I'm going on Twitter, I should not be reading that. Why didn't we draft Bronny? Really? Rich Paul's made it clear he either wants him in Phoenix or LA. Respectfully speaking, the guy's not that good. We don't need another guard, so please stop typing that. LeBron isn't coming to Philly. So with the actual talent available, Daryl did the right thing, and as of now, I'm confident in what Daryl Morey can do going forward. I've not lost hope in this guy. I believe that it's a big off-season for him, and I believe he will deliver. So far, so good, and we just got to see where the rest goes. But that's what I got for the video today. A little bit of a short one. But in the comment section down below, let me know what you guys think. Are you happy with the picks? Would you prefer someone else at 41 or at 16 yesterday? And are you optimistic for the upcoming days of free agency moratorium day, where more deals get ironed out, more players are resigning for the teams, more guys potentially going off the board? And then it could be a lot harder for the Sixers to negotiate a trade. Because if you're waiting, if Brandon Ingram's price is X right now, if guys go off the board in free agency, the Pelicans can turn around and be like, wait, you no longer can get OG Anunoby, who's actually gone now. You can no longer get Paul George, Klay Thompson. I don't know who they're interested in getting. So if you want Brandon Ingram, you've got to pay a higher price because we know you need him. We can extort you of more assets. So you've really got to pick your poison in this situation. But I trust Daryl to make the right decision. But all we can do is watch and observe. Just chill. But anyways, that's all I got for this video. Like I said, have dialogue in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. And hey, we just got to hope that some big moves happen this season. Otherwise, we might be cooked. But let's stay optimistic. See you guys in the next video. Peace.